Now that filming is over, we are heading into post-production for Star Wars Episode 9 by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, we do know that this movie is going to have a lot of revelations, twists, and turns, as well as surprises that's going to have a lot of saga-wide implications in the film, as well as a lot of revelations that will change our entire view on the Skywalker saga when it comes to the prequels and even the originals. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. Now, one of which has all to do with one of the set designs that involved both Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley. Now, what's really intriguing is that it's described that Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver shot a sequence together over at Pinewood where they were both instructed to actually walk on top of a metallic bridge inside the set of an ancient JEDI temple. It's described that both Daisy and Adam were surrounded by a large blue screen in the shape of a cylinder. It's said to be a sequence where Kylo explains the origins of the Force, specifically the origins of both the dark side and the light. Another sequence involved both Adam and Daisy holding hands, looking into a green screen that is said to be replaced with intense visual effects that will show the history of the galaxy and new truths about each character that will have saga-wide implications. It's implied that this is a flow-walking sequence which is taken from Star Wars Legends and the EU. So first things first, I want to go over something that's really intriguing to me. Now, we do know that the Beyond is going to play a large role in this movie, and a lot of people are trying to figure out what in the world the Beyond really is in Episode 9. Now, I'm honestly leaning to believing that the Beyond is more around the lines of a realm that both Kylo Ren and Rey is going to go through in whatever Jedi temple this really is that both Kylo and Rey end up going to, which I believe, by the way, is a part of the Lost City, because we do know that's going to be a big part in this movie in the second act of the film. So, you guys may have heard about this, the Beyond is going to play a huge role in Episode 9. It's going to be connected to also the new threat in Episode 9 as well. So I believe that the Beyond could either be A, the unknown regions, or B, a new or different realm that both Kylo Ren and Rey go through. Now, this whole entire sequence that was filmed, it said that it took around 3 different rehearsals and a lot of takes in order to get it right over a whole entire span of 1 week. Now, with that being said, how it's going to have a sequence where Adam Driver as Kylo explains the origins of the Force to Rey, specifically the origins of the dark side and the light, in order to make fans around the world understand the general concept of the Force in great detail, is going to change our view on the prequels and the originals and have saga-wide implications, as well as this being a moment in which we will be learning more truths, and new truths, by the way, about each character, Kylo Ren and Rey. Now, that's the thing here. This whole entire sequence is going to change the Skywalker saga. Now, is this a big risk by Disney and Lucasfilm, JJ and crew? Is this the right direction to go in for the Star Wars sequel trilogy? Now, honestly, I believe that as long as it's executed very well, as long as it's shot well, written well as great visual effects, and it just makes a lot of sense, doesn't take up too much screen time, I think then and only then it'll be a-okay with fans. It's gotta make sense, it's gotta be, a sequence that has a lot of substance to it, a lot of meaning and purpose, that's gonna move the characters forward in the plot of the film. So the next thing that I do want to go over is how they were walking on top of a metallic bridge with a cylinder type of set design around them that is described as a blue screen that's to be replaced with heavy CGI, heavy and intense visual effects that are going to be next level, something that we have never seen before in a Star Wars film to date. And honestly, that's yet another exciting thing about this movie, is that they're using a lot of new generation technology, next generation tech when it comes to CGI and visual effects, in order to really add in ultra realism, where you really can't tell the difference between reality and what's computer generated. And I think that this most definitely is going to serve as a new step in CGI and exactly what movie studios could possibly do with their films. Now, we do know that originally Colin Trevorrow, the original director of Episode 9, wanted to shoot Episode 9 in space. Now, that was very ambitious of him, however, that was put to the wayside. Now, when we look at JJ, alright, this whole entire sequence, it sounds like to me that they are going through a different realm, because they're going to be witnessing the history of the galaxy. It's almost like that they're witnessing the origins of everything around them that surrounds them and binds them together, of course being the Force. So the origins of the dark side and the light being explained by by Kylo to Rey, and how this implies that it's exactly like flow walking from the EU and Legends material, is something rather interesting indeed. I think that this movie is really going to harness the whole entire concept of time travel, something similar to what we saw in, of course, the Star Wars Rebels Season 4 episode, Worlds Between Worlds. It seems something like that in a sense, except JJ's own take on the matter. Now, what do you guys think about this whole entire sequence about changing the Skywalker saga and it having saga-wide implications? Is this a good or a bad idea on your part? What do you think about all of this below in the comments? Let me know what you have to say about that. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.